Welcome back to Raid Shadow Legends with Blazing Corp. We are going to be going into the Doom Tower and continuing our Underpriest Brogni series here. We are going to be facing the Scarab King next. Alright, so we are here, floor 50, Scarab King. Here, this is as high as we've gone so far. This is just because, new 10 stages open up every day. So let's let you understand why we have this particular team set up. I wanted to run some teams because Scarab King is hella hard. Do not get me wrong, he is hella hard. There, and in most of my other videos before I got the two legendaries that you see on my screen here, I had to manual this boss because we just didn't have enough shields, like rotating shields there with proper shield champions that could rotate properly and have enough resistance. So this is super important that ally resistance in Doom Tower battles is increased by 60 here. So that's going to give us enough resistance and the ability that Underpriest Brogni has, which is his ability to put on a shield and it not be able to be stripped. That's super important for Scarab King there, and that's why he is such a good champion there. He is good in all facets of the game. Metalshaper's in here, even though he is probably low level, got very little gear on there, but he is fully booked out here because he can put shields every 2 turns, and then Valerie's, really only reason Valerie's here is because she has a shield set on. I should probably put a shield set just on him, and then I can bring in another DPS there. But we're doing this with 2 rares and an uncommon there, an Armiger who's still not fully leveled out. Valerie's not fully leveled out, but we do have 2 leveled out champions, and still the Drakes, who's going to be our passive heals along with Underpriest, and she's also going to be if this goes off the rails, she's going to be able to bring people back. So that's super important. Let's take a look at the stats here. So we've got that's the gear you're seeing there. A little bit of broken set there. Not fully done up yet. Not everything at 16. So 45,000 hit points. 1200 attack, 3400 defense, 204 speed, 108 critical rate, 113 crit damage, 227 resistance. So that is really good resistance for the Doom Tower. You add another 60 on that, she's beefy on the resistance side. And then we are building out our Great Hall with the resistance. So, it's definitely getting better there as we build our Great Hall. Arena is still hella hard there. Just, nothing really helped that on that end. Still seeing some beast teams in like floating between silver 4 and gold 1, which is I'm not happy about right now. Alright, so next one to see is... Alright, so we have Underpriest Brogni in a stun set here, and then a broken piece. He's got a bunch of stats here. So 52,000 hit points, attack 1,000, 1,500 defense, 188, which was over 2. Actually, I wish that was over 220 to tell you the truth. But remember, he doesn't have endgame gear. So, we're going to have to get endgame gear on him. I really want to build him, high defense, lots of health points, 80 to 100 grand in the health point department. They're 19 crit rate, 87 crit damage, 163, which is 220 in the Doom Tower, since he has a 60 aura, and then 187 accuracy there. So, you know, lots of work that we can do with him. We can put a resistance banner on him with speed. We can put an accuracy banner on him there with speed. Lots of ways we can go. Most likely we're going to put a health or defense banner, probably a health banner there with health percentage, defense percentage there, and then speed as well, and resistance if we can there. So that's the most important thing on that end. Alright, let's see if we can find the other guys here. So Armiger, literally nothing special, but he has a destroy set on. And then we have 21,000 hit points, so he's really squishy there. He's hella hard to build out. 1,200 their attack, 1,700 defense, 154, so he's pretty slow. 109 crit rate, 74 crit damage, resistance at 71, accuracy 67. So he's not built out properly there, and yeah, he's not. But we're showing you that you can do end game content there and not have to have, you know, the perfect kind of run or the perfect kind of guys kind of set up for these things. Valerie, she's got the not even like fully kitted out, some like really crappy gear here, but it's a shield set, so that's nice. Not much in the way of stats here. So 21,000 hit points, 1,100 attack, 2,200 defense, so pretty good defense, 155 speed, 20 crit rate, 119 crit damage, 91 resistance, there's 61 accuracy, sorry, 62 accuracy. So yet again, nothing special about her. There, she could definitely have better gear on. And I'm assuming that Metalshaper is not going to have that good a gear either. He's got a decent amount of gear there. So, you know, got some speed sets on him, but still nothing special to talk home about. So 14,000 hit points, 700 attack, 1,300 defense, 180 speed. So he's pretty fast there. 22 crit rate, 78 crit damage, 46 resistance, 64 accuracy. So nothing to talk home about with this guy. He is here just to show you guys that you don't have to have crazy kit there on every single champion. Just have to have the right champions with the right skills for the content that you are running. And that's the reason for this video today. Alright, so let's give this a shot. It is going to take a while to get to the boss. Alright, so this should be a pretty slow run. Probably take us a good 4 minutes to get to the boss here, but this team is full auto. Main reason we're going to have, you know, UNDERPRIEST in here is, you know, the unstrippable shields, which is nice there. And then so the Drakes in to pick up my really squishy team. Now, this team could definitely be faster, you know, fully kit out these guys, you know, get them to 6-star, you know, fully ascend here. Probably not going to do, probably won't be able to do this team higher up in the Doom Tower here, but if you're having trouble a little lower, the main benefit is that you can get to these higher levels here by, you know, thinking through the game. And allowing yourself to be, you know, more thoughtful about what you're doing without having to have the best gear in the world on every champion. Just have to have the right champion there for the content you're running. Now, shields are the great equalizer there when it comes to this type of content, because shields are going to provide a ton more hit points there for your characters. So that is super important there on that end. And that's why these guys can get through this content there. Plus the fact that Brogni can put up a block debuffs there. That's super important. Now I wish they were smart enough here to not apply shields when there are shields already there. Well, at least not when there's like a 2-hit of shield. If there's a 1-hit of shield, great, boom, hit that and call it a day. But kind of crappy that the AI is not smart enough for that. But it is what it is. Hey, yo, I guess good news here is I did recently, during the 10 times event, I only pulled like 7 shards, void, but I did finally, there get a cold heart. And, just when her value couldn't be lower. Since level 25, from 21 to 25 dungeons, literally has her nerfed, just like on most of these bosses here. But I'm still gonna build her out. It helps me speed run a lot of the other content a lot faster, since she is literally a legendary in a rare skin there. And yeah, I should be able to kit her out pretty easily. Now look at that. Brogni had his shield up. Actually, it wasn't even Brogni's shield. It was probably, actually, it might have been Brogni's shield. He had his shield up. He hit the shield with multiple hits, and all those reflect damage and heals came out of that. I love Brogni here in this particular level. I always thought that he'd be a great champion for this level because he reflects damage, because he heals after that reflect there, and his shield cannot be taken off, and he can't apply debuffs on him. Dude, he's overpowered, which is fantastic there. Now, too bad that some of the champions that went into making this guy were like amazing too, like Mordecai there. And that other guy, Garad, I think his name was. They're the guy who carries the big shield. That guy was pretty awesome too there. So yeah, never a bad thing there. Dude, it's just fantastic not seeing like all these buffs get hit on these guys. Well, at least some of them not getting buffs there. It looks like, yeah, there we go. We reapplied shields there. Perfect. Yeah, so main reason to bring in at least one person with a destroy set is that you can take down his max health bar and then his shield. Eventually, once his shield's off, the guy's Scarab King is pretty squishy there and able to be beaten pretty easily there. So I do make sure my 2 main champions in here, my 2 legendaries that I need to keep alive, have high resistance there, so that way they don't have too much of an issue in here with this particular boss at this particular level. I'm assuming when we face him, I think the next time we face him is floor 90 there, that he'll be have better accuracy, so we'll have to do an accuracy check at that point there. We probably won't be able to run this particular team, but yeah, you never know. You never know. Alright, so this run is almost come to an end. Armiger's probably gonna do some big hits soon and put him to rest. Or it will be like someone like Metalshaper who will hit the final blow. That's hilarious. Alright, so MVP in here, UNDERPRIEST Brogni. Thank you very much for showing up, and thank you for having such a good aura that gives an extra 60 resistance in this particular level. Resistance is kind of becoming the best stat in the game there, so something to keep an eye on there, and definitely build that out in your Great Hall if you can. Alright guys, have a fantastic day. Yeah, I would love to hear who you guys are using for the Scarab King, and if you guys have to manual it. If you do, definitely check out some of my earlier videos in the Doom Tower where I did not have UNDERPRIEST Brogni, and it was much more difficult to get through this level. There's so much so that I had to manual it. there. Now we can kind of pull through like some, really crappily geared champions through this. So, you get stronger over time. That is for sure. And doing the fusions are definitely fun there because they produce really good champions. There. Have a fantastic day, guys. We will check you next time. Let's chat then.